Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warieka LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warieka LTV. Keep it locked.
No, I'm gonna tell you. We as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, I. Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie the First. And I think that's good. See? You want to say, today and I start a program on Copper. See? Basically, I are dealing with Copper lifetime. See? And then we are going to talk how we feel set him up and how. See, that is to another program. See? Welcome all viewers and subscribers. See? Share. Subscribers, if you like the content, subscribe. When I make a grow the thing. See? Yeah. Enough respect to all subscribers. To say again, yeah. From who want to talk about Copper, who want to know some history on Copper. You understand what I say? Because we're not going to make nobody regularize Copper's notoriety to some degree commonism, common bad man type of thing, common done. You know, see it. So doing I'm research and things, as you know, over time and do 1 and 2 program and things like that, but the general scene, a whole heap of correction, a whole heap of error, but the intent is to remember the greatness and the effort, you know, see. So again, once again, over time, I'm going to do some research, and one of the most riveting article when me come up with about Copper, I did last it for a while, but I find it back now. I want to read it to the item first before I give the item my opinion them certain way. You know, see. So it's a little write-up from, it look like, you know, I can't say the name of the writer. Seen, but the book is called The Urban Poor. Seen? So in a one, you have one named Deninin, but empowered, a chapter. Seen, but choose an online thing. May I look if Copper name did mention night. Anyway, but may I start from crime, politics, and yo, it's a whole heap of thing. Seeing, should have to really check this out before me start. But may I read from chapter 189, seeing 199, where I say crime, politics, and moral culture. Minority of the unemployed youths in the ghetto increasingly made outlawry a way of life. They thrive on the political disorder rocking the society and were largely unchecked in their predation. In light of the collapsing moral order in the 1970s, it would not be an exaggeration to say that common criminals had room to act with impunity despite efforts to deter them. This criminals had room, this confident defiance was made possible by a politically volatile and ideologically saturated era that weakened the moral sanctions against individual responsibility and growing outlawry. But while predation was a primary motivator, criminals did hear a variety of emancipatory appeals, and these summonings did not fall on a cultural and ideological tabula rasa. Many criminals imbibed the Rastafarian doctrines of racial injustice and were aware of radical appeals from other actors. While this awareness is not the same as having a grasp of the social system, exposure to anti-system ideas did connect with lived experience. Thus, it was not sophisticated understanding that came from exposure to radical doctrines, but permission to act in the context of lived experience. In a large measure, party-driven political violence, anti-system ideologies, and radical political programs of the day did embolden lawbreakers by creating a permissive environment for their activities. Left-wing socialists, PNP, JLP populists, and Rastafari and black nationalists had for more than 30 years mobilized the disaffected poor and fostered their intense dissatisfaction with the status quo. By successfully summoning the poor to their radical agendas and anti-system outlooks, these agents and their ideas had tremendous political and cultural impacts in the ghetto. Their agitation contributed significantly to ghetto residents' alienation from conventional values and to this group's confident and racially informed defiance. As part of the ghetto population, criminal gangs and lone gunmen want permission to act from powerful appeals for dissidents. They heard radical political movements of the day hail the ghetto poor as victims of an unjust and class-ridden society that had robbed them of opportunity and denied them justice. At the same time, the tremendous popularity of anti-system songs and political ideas reinforced discontent and summoned the alienated poor to rebel. Both popular music and popular culture unapologetically affirmed the right of the poor to defy the authorities and to wrest from them the social goods and material benefits denied to underprivileged groups. In sum, it is arguable that the criminal inclined among the poor could probably find in these bracing messages a rationale for their predation, calling attention, demeaning but empowering, that's chapter 200, calling attention to the resonance of dissenting ideas among urban poor is not to argue that gunmen and criminals were being transformed into a politically sophisticated revolutionary vanguard, nor is it the case that anti-system ideologies and reformist movements openly encourage or justify criminality and predation. On the contrary, cautionary themes in popular music and the appeal of both radical movements and the Populist Party warned against recklessness and violence as means to redress grievances. As well, it is worth noting that the law-abiding majority that made up the respectable poor in the ghetto consistently uttered their own plaintive censures against lawless forces in their midst. Despite these restraining impulses, however, it is nonetheless the case that a handful of gunmen and criminals did commingle crime with explicit political agendas. As we shall see, Dennis Barth, the notorious criminal gunman, was one such bandit with an obvious political agenda. Such individual acts of criminal defiance that were linked to political programs thus found a hospitable moral environment in the slums. Widespread alienation there had produced sustained challenges to dominant forms of authorities, and criminal gunmen generally belong to the most alienated group. Hence, despite contrary sentiments among law-abiding ghetto dwellers and civil leaders, opposition to all forms of restraining authority, but become an increasingly appealing orientation in the slums. Paradoxically, however, despite the power of this expanding moral defection and its limited association with overt political agendas, it is still worth emphasizing that most street crimes in the 1970s were not political acts, in the sense that the perpetrators act in willful concert as part of a class rising to strike a blow against injustice. Nor were most criminals motivated by radical political creeds. It should be clear, then, that political motives and explicit revolutionary ideology or doctrinal commitment impelled only a tiny minority of gunmen in the criminal underworld. Consequently, street crime was predominantly an act of predation committed by a seemingly unredeemable section of the lumpen proletariat that was unmindful of moral censor and bereft of ideological commitments. An immediate effect of this purely self-seeking tendency was that such criminals target both the well-to-do and the less fortunate. The latter group bore the brunt of criminal forays into impoverished communities. Their outlaws made the hapless poor repeat target of mercenary opportunity and violent assault. It is therefore fair to say that politically driven and ideologically motivated criminals were rare in the ghetto, as was the phenomenon of protest crime. Dennis Copper Barth, social bandits. Among the tiny minority of politically motivated criminals in the 1970s, none won as much notoriety and anxious concerns from the authorities as did Dennis Copper Barth. Raps. Born in Kingston in 1951, Barth turned to crime came at an early age after he dropped out of the Renoclage Elementary School at age 12. By the time he was 18 years old, Barth had been convicted of several major offenses, including murdering a policeman, for which he was sentenced to life imprisonment. By the mid-1970s, Barth, who operated out of the Renoclage area in East Kingston, had been declared public enemy number 1. By age 26, Barth was the youngest of the most wanted men in the country since the violent reign of Reagan Vincent Ivanhoe Martin, a feared gunman who was killed in 1948. Like most of Kingston unemployed males, Barth was drawn to the politics of the Rastafarians, and he evidently shared their hatred of a police force that was perceived to be throwing its weight around in poor neighborhoods. Other political influence on Barth include the ideological impact of entrenched gang-turned guerrillas that operated in East Kingston in the 1950s and 60s. For years, these gangs from the Warieka Hills region had launched forays against lawmen and government they regard as both unjust and illegitimate. As late as September 1978, they were still waging a war against the state. At that time, a police raid turned up weapons including guns, explosive, radio, and medical equipment, Leninist booklets, as well as a do-it-yourself manual, the complete guide to gunsmithing. Isolated and cut off from majority of the law-abiding poor, these guerrillas sought to topple the Jamaican government, with a do-it-alone militarist strategy that relied on hit-and-run tactics. The approach, it appears, was derived from the gang's embrace of a revolutionary ideology that synthesized ideas from Rastafarianism, Cuban communism, and other left-wing sources, including Moism. Barth studied these ideas and related guerrilla tactics and employed them in the 1970s against the police and other targets of opportunity, Barth thus embraced a variety of doctrinal creeds, and they fed his criminal engagements. Well, obviously, you call him, you say that, and you call him engagement and him endeavor, them criminal and things like that as a system man. But it's evident, even in the same narrative, the writer declares that Barth was a revolutionary, even from the books them when study, see the writer them and the ideas them when follow and things like that. See, now where a lot of people who talk about this youth, these type of youth back in them days, fail to recognize is the brutality and the basically no care, no attention, no resource, less resource than even now, where society put forward for them youth. See, and no human rights whatsoever. When a youth get hold by the police, arrested by the police for a night or for a day, strong possibility with him not turn a perfect criminal by a man in him or turn a perfect madman. See, because the amount of beating and the torture them and the humiliation them when him go through and things like that. See, because police used to enjoy carrying all a little innocent youth go through him all a gay man cell and known gay man, for the night and things like that. Youth wanna do nothing. See, youth wanna charge for nothing much. See, used to have boy like Joe Williams back in the day, a whole heap of big man, remember them man there. See, another boy named Jess Marston. See, enough youth, them man they just hold and murder and nobody no pay no mind because nobody no know what sort of law police break. Police can't break law them time there. The mind of Jamaican people. See, anything the police do was right. See, enough innocent youth police just hold and just murder. See, make up for them law along the way. Enough man for them to be honest. Should attest to the facts that most of them dunce boy they will just get employed in the police force just because of them height and them build and things like that. And them complexion. See, them was more brutal against their own Jamaican than even the same gunman them there. See, because when them get a chance to deal with a man where them say find himself outside of the law, I hate that for him. Either which way, whether the man they live or die, them create a perfect criminal when them finish. See, Copper was a result of how them boy deal with the youth when the youth them find themselves on the wrong side of the law. See, cause in a Copper them days, Copper Tony Brown flash them, God, Maloney, Broom. See, used to have another youth named Glendelinja. Glendelinja killed Zaki the High Priest. See, because Zaki the High Priest was Siaga enforcer and things like that. So he must see Zaki. Boy, Zaki this. Pop out him thing and bust it up on Zaki and kill Zaki. See, Glendelinja did get hang in the late 70s. We are crying. We are not even him do a skibber. A youth named Skibber do it, but Jess Marston come back, come kill again. So the youth they beg Jess Marston for him life. Jess Marston no play. Jess Marston, them man they just murder you all in front of your mother. See, enough man. Jess Marston go up, they go kill off all Broom and Maloney them up at the house. Uptown, think up a Dunrabin Avenue, see. Yeah. The man they never play back in them days. See, neither as police. Seen, and the man they did have the same caliber gun them, where the gunman them in the fire, the gunman them never have no bigger gun than them, and them man they have more resource to shot. One of the biggest gun Copper they have was the SMG, where some youth down a Greenwich farm take off from a soldier and give it to Copper. You see, the said gun where him carry up on the famous robbery out of came on a spark, we chat about that little more. You see it, and who set up the robbery there. You see it, one woman politician, but hold on there. You see it, yeah. You see it. Copper was a youth now where, yes, in the early days, him did vengeful because I tell you, the police torture him and treat him away. You see it, when I involve him in but I feel like say, you see it. Yeah, the man they get as a man there, yeah. Seeing the police couldn't stand him because he is an escape artist. I am escaped the most from police custody. You see it. Hence the nickname Raps. See? Because the amount of charge and things where he wanted for him rap sheet. Them just call him Raps. You see it? Yeah. At one point, the man they start target Wada first. You see it anyway, him see Wada, him just go hunt him and lick him over. Him used to study them and know where them live on. Because the authorities, as I read from the book when named Death Row, we hear a man where spend some time in a death row, I tell you how Wada deal with prisoner back in them days there and things like that. So them themselves usually think so well then with what them a do. Them a reform youth. Them know them not reform nobody anyway. I punish people constantly every day. You torture people as a matter of fact. You see, so the youth them used to come out and react. You see, Copper was one of them youth that was vengeful with him action. You see, but at certain point in a Copper life, Copper from very early, seeing Copper did stop, show certain intent for certain penchant for kill police and soldier. You see, yeah, because Copper start reason with all the youth them now up at the University of West Indies. Enough people don't know that. The youth them up there used to have audience with him and sit down and reason with him and thing and them discuss political views and things like that. Very intelligent youth. You see it because again him know who to target. The youth them in the school. You see it. A woman give her testimony, say she go to work one day and she just see a big Buick pull up with this brown, well-dressed man in it, ask her where she go. She go up Mountain View and just pick her up and say, I go up there. So to straight up at you, him drive car, I go. And when she come out of the car, she say, thank you, sir. What's your name? And him say, my name Copper. The woman says she wet up herself same time, urinate for herself same time because him fit the description and everything for true. And the notorious man, this just drop her at work as a nurse. You see, and drive off gambling business. So him did have that rapport there with the working class. You see it. Like me I said, the elder bagger will tell you say Copper used to come home and check out certain less fortunate in the ghetto. Take them name and thing like that and him make sure say him have a little envelope for them. When we rob, him put them thing in them envelope and set them up and thing like that. You see, now when a Copper greatest talent was in leadership skills, seeing, and it becomes him greatest envy in at the end, where people, the greatest envy where people kill him for. You see, because Copper is a youth now, we never, I don't know if him was part of the Phantom Gang, I not say, but enough of him step in. See, Copper is a man now. He wasn't part of the Phantom Gang, but he used to have a Phantom Gang, a gang named the Phantom Gang, where they robbing them daily. Them wasn't politically motivated. Now the Phantom Gang, them they spread out all over Kingston, but all of them connected. You understand what I say? Now at them, the writer make reference to where them say them use the opportunity of the day for rob and thing like that because there was this rebellious or this acceptance from common people towards the rebellious nature of mankind because them know say where the authorities are daily this unjust. both the government and the police and the soldier them, because them was like Bakramasa, to be fair. You know, see, back in them days there, you try protest and shoot you down easily and nobody not getting in trouble about it. You know, see, so yeah, the man them, you know, used to go around and do them thing. Used to call a gang, phantom gang. They come from east, west, north, south, everywhere in a Kingston, and the gang big and them connected. See, now Copper did have a network like that. See, and Copper did try even mine that energy there. See, if you turn it in a revolutionary effort. You know, see, because all of them area, east, west, north, and south, respect, a Copper them respect. Copper is where the whole of them would have tried to be. You know, see, but the motivation what Copper have a cause. Seeing so it's a Copper cause now, it come like it supersede courage and thing like that, because courage and fear and them things don't exist no more. You believe, you know what you do, you know so your thing is real and it's supposed to happen. Seeing so you're confident up, and then again a whole heap of people respect your opinion them and thing like that and share like-mindedness. And them way there, you know, see it. So Copper thing and Copper friendship and bridging them was different. You know, see it. Political players used to negotiate with Copper. Enough man realize that both Michael Manley and Edward Seaga negotiate with Copper. See, Michael Manley negotiate for the 76 election. Field negotiation was for him, you know. Yeah, PNP assist certain things to Copper get out of jail, get out of prison, escape out of prison, and then put Manley in a power. Because when him look and Ghetto people right across Kingston and say, yeah, make Joshua go on. You know, see it? Joshua gone, but he never aligned with PNP. He never aligned with GLP neither. See? Seaga come back to him with the same negotiation type of thing. And he make Seaga know, say, no, I'm not depend that. You know, see, watch a man, the two party for go, man. The two on for go. None of them do nothing for poor people. Just a drag on a leg and a go on like say. You know, see, the two on corruption. See? I even saw Massop get film strength same day and look and say, and say, wow, man, you like me. Could I do better than nothing? We all put me in a polity, yo, I want to see it. You know, see it. See, I gotta say, what you talk about? And Massop remark was, him a the voice of all labor right. Right across Jamaica. And see, I never like that thought there. You know, see it? Because him see the effect now where Copper's ideology have upon the common man in the ghetto. You know, see it? So Copper wasn't part of the phantom gang and for them thing. The phantom gang wish them was like Copper, just so the nature of Copper's crime them, the robbery them, the bank them. See? But the motivation behind Copper's move them was political. Seeing the phantom man them know they'll share up the money in the ghetto, you know, don't get me wrong. Seeing but them never have a them was just rebel. Get them just a go against the system. You know, see it? You know, see it? Like, for instance, if them go hard enough and the system goes so and give up and say, yo, we're not dealing. The most are just black Pan-Africanism and you know me I say, back to Africa type of presentation them gonna make from Marcus Garvey, Leonard Will, Rastafari and perspective, because that was the only political agenda really of the day. You never have a created set from what the mainstream political party them are dealing. You know, see it? Copper was a different man. I try to create something. Edward Seaga offer Copper to come play a role in a Minister of Defense. You know, see, it's not confirmed that I'm not sure if I was me no know how him did a plan for do that, cause like me say Copper have a rap sheet long so. You know see it, but Copper, again, it could be a trick argument where him did just want to imply cause guard him there. You man mass up, Zaki them, the whole of them. See? Send call Copper for a meeting. Copper go down there and in the meeting and I say, yo, want you back him want Copper back him and put him Siaga in a power. See? As Copper say, yo, I want him to know. The two of them come out of Jamaica government and go, man. Two parties are for go, man. What kind of argument that you call, man? Don't you so weird? You know, see? And run with Siaga. And at the same time, massive feel strength too, and run with Siaga. You know, see? But Copper is a man now. Copper have... like when Copper got Rima, it's like a furthermore Copper the Dan for Rima. Every man, including all the Dan them with there, respect Copper and just, you know, me I say, look up to Copper to a certain degree because Copper motivation and ideology was different and them exist under Copper principle when Copper deb out there. You know, see, when Copper got garden at the same thing again. You know, see, Copper go up on a robbery star and pick up a chase. See? And a garden him run go. See? Then him there garden. I saw him get bite and go back to prison. See? Because when him there garden, you know, police find out say I there him there and wish apartment and everything and come. You know? A shootout and thing. You know, see it. And Copper get shot. See? Him escape that day still, no, but him get bite back after. You know, see, because him get shot and him grind and thing and glaze all him bars. You know, see, because when the man them bite him and carry him to the hospital, the man carry him get back in their prison and thing, the man say, yo, Raps, yo, you lucky star, because most of the man them new to you, you know? Most you can't do nothing against us. Man, I say, yeah, but I never did that do nothing alone. And I say, I bear with me up and down from police star. I couldn't get free. You know? Couldn't get no pum star. So, might as well them shut it off. You know, see? I mean, I hear say it's a brother humorous like that still. You know, see? Yeah. Because, again, like me I say, him can afford for, you know, see certain the lighter side of certain things because again it's not like him a wonder why him a do this for what him just know say this him born for. You know see Copper Barth look on him and tell him say Jabby look on him and tell him when you go on a Connecticut go stay with your mother man, you know see your mother love you and things like that man and she try hard for you come. Yeah. Copper say God wish Connecticut, God wish foreign man and Jamaica me had the struggle. Run left the struggle go nowhere, man. You know, see, because him brother and most and a couple of him family, them, mother and some of them, you know, see, they live in a Connecticut this time. When the time my mother come back, visit him up in a Warieka, you know, bring some food and, you know, like she cook up some home cooked meal and thing and carry come up in a Warieka, come give him a knife and fork up a man carry, you know, style. That's how dead him brethren them and they laugh after him, you know, cause like them I say, you say, yeah, mommy's pet, you know. You there. Your mother can't do that for you and give a knife and fork on your tree and tell you, use a knife and fork, Dennis. I said, use a knife and fork. They laugh. You know, after knife and fork, him brethren them whole time wanted man for them, everybody was dead laugh. And I said, John, you know, see. But before we go to still, me say, why can't I get the name of a place in New Zealand? You know, see it where English army officer God, New Zealand go fight against the rebellion where they go on down there and thing and them go and go up in a place named Warieka. So when him come to Jamaica, him see that little ill foot there. The same army general and him say, him name it, I think him did get it as a gift or so I capture it and him name it Warieka Hill. You know see, them say Warieka Hill in New Zealand means sweet water. See? So that's how we hear so that one they go. You know see it. But yeah, man, the great Copper Rasta, the great raps. You know, see, yeah, man, we not ready for talk how him reach over Cayman and Spark yet. You know, see, we raps a youth in them early days, man. Him Tigo Flash and a whole heap of other youth, like me I tell you. You know, see it, Maloney them, God, Broom. You know, see it. Them did go rob a white name there as a youth. Go rob a chest up a Constant Spring Golf Course. You know, see it. I think at that them get bite for. See, and go to prison. First time them get bite in time about 16, 15, 16 or younger. You know, see, but the you know, yeah. So it's like really and truly, and the whole of them used to par as little youth. You know, see, but like me I say, them was younger version of what go on, but I rob with them a deal with and them little thing there and them a, you know, see it, yeah. And I take food. See? So Flash go up on another robbery uptown. Seeing and the man them him get bite, him go rob a bank robbery. We talk about that on a different day. We talk about Flash and him get a long sentence to that and half of the scene. Scene probably about 8 years. Tigo did do something to and get a sentence and for the same thing and half of the scene for the same amount of time. Flash, Copper too. Seeing, but Copper come back shortly before them. Seeing, and escape. Copper escape. Seeing, and up on the hillside. You know, see it? Yeah. And I you know, I do him thing and them look away there. You know, see it? Yes, a Copper is a man who walk in a Warieka one day, man, because he used to have some vigilante, you know, mob group with them license gun and thing like that, where you used to walk with police and soldier. So them a hunt Copper. And come in a Warieka one day, man, and Copper and them buck up. Seeing? And Copper have a white name there. A buck shot, them call it. A 6 shot. You know? One feel like one of the white name there. The Winchester. I'm not sure it's a pumpy, but me I hear say a 3-3 Copper bus. Cause Copper find him in the crowd of them. Seeing? Them walk up in the ambush and Copper get jammed and have to throw down him gun. No, them get hard have to throw down him gun. Broom, Maloney and the whole of them throw down them gun and surrender because them know I hate this. You know, see it? And me say a bear run Copper start run round in the midst of them in a circle and none of them can shoot because right, them have one another that them will shoot up same way. You know, see it? But Copper bust boy skin. You know, see it a drop and a die, but a bear 3-3 in bust 3, about 3 a soldier dead that day there and couple more. You know, see it? But when him done, every man grab up back them gun and the whole of them walk away from the scene without getting injured. You know, see it? The authority run up and down. You know, see it? So it's like Copper, the argument was that Copper bus only 3 each time and reload him have 3 more in him and ready for load back quick while him dive or something. Click, load the thing and back in action again. You know, see it? And yeah, knowledge that. See, you serve all our youth where think a South him come from, come steal the man them. I don't remember what him name. You know, see it? But him bust a rape. Him rape a woman daughter, man, and Copper time up, man, and beat him with bag wire star. Copper beat him with bag wire. See, and mix some salt water. You know, like it and mix sugar and water till it's sweet and thick like syrup. Kappa mix salt water till water white. You see it and just throw it upon him. Yeah, make him go and cool out in the sun, you know? Yeah, man. Can't come boy, come rape the people them. We're supposed to protect we. Cause so them man they see it. You see it? Yeah, man. Used to have a little man about the place, man, we loving farm. Every just watch people business guy and just go back, go talk and them type of thing there. You see it? Kappa turn him in a police, Kappa make him have to run him and go live down a station until them give him a roll down there as a DC, you know? And him start going with himself, but him not come back nowhere up there until Kappa. Yeah. You see it? So a whole heap of people would have see Kappa as a terrorist or, you know what I say? But Kappa did have a motive, a aim. You see, Kappa did have an agenda. Seeing, and if now, today, Kappa was around, I say Kappa start out today with an agenda there, he would have more of a force. You see, the aim would project itself faster because if I had the same potential and skills we possess from then, now, same way, or even the more advanced version given the advancement of the time. You see, they find a Kappa would be more proficient and probably more, you know, definitely most of them guns that were in Jamaica would have been more organized and pointing a certain direction in a Kingston, a certain geography. You see it, and not just Kingston. You see, not just Kingston. Because that was the whole process back then. Kappa was not ordinary run-around gunman. Kappa have Kingston organized. Kingston underworld organized. You see it, and prepare for act and film command. You see it, everybody respect him. You see it. So that was Kappa threat, which make him a political pariah more than a lawbreaker. He was more, yeah, he was a lawbreaker, but he was more of a threat to the authorities, the establishment, than he was a threat to police, because at one point him go over Rima, you know. Bridget look at him and say, yo, Rima man not ready for the revolution yet. Them say him go over there and a reason. Second time he had the argument from two different men. You know see, him say him go over there and a reason with Rima man. And Rima man I make him know say them not in a revolution with no police. Seeing cause police are informer and police this and that, and you know see that's Kappa walk from over Rima. See? Kappa walk from over Rima. And come back to him, Bridget, and make him know, say, come like you know where I talk about start. See, the man them not ready for the revolution. The man them still in a war with police. To show why Kappa did at the point I know where him did see the revolution necessitate the need to have a relationship with members of the authority, like that. You know, see, yeah, he wasn't really, Kappa wasn't a religious fanatic like he had a church or a religious of such. You know, see, because like Kappa admire man like Kwame Nkrumah, Lenin, you know, see, Marxism, Marcus Garvey, you know, see. Like me I say, Siaga after the Minister of Defense if he endorse the GLP and put him in a power. You know see? Yeah man. I remember Glenn Dillinger Glendale Lynch, I used to roll with Copper too as a youth, you know, see it. I him kill Zaki the High Priest, as I tell you, because him say, him this is Zaki the High Priest as labor enforcer, and more of a politician, more politically motivated than anything else. You know, see, because he did have one time, he did have a youth when named Wire, guard him come from. See, them man they did drop politics before even mass up. See, because mass up help kill him too. Just because him say him ain't no more political fighting with nobody. Seeing him Copper did inspire him to a degree where him burn out that and leg out that. You know, see it another a Copper type of focus motivation him a wall straight. You know, see it. But even the same man them, you know, see it where, like me I tell you from the whole Phantom days and them type of man there with them motivation there. Did even start to take influence now from politics and from certain people. Because you might tell you mass up them, Zaki them, Penko them, the whole of them man there. You know, see it. And the guys are brutal politics. You know, see it. So little corrupt politics. The man them start move with nowadays. You know, see it. So, you know, whole heap of separatism start going and backbiting, backstabbing. The man them beat Wire till Wire mad. Wire from that, Wire no good again, Rasta. You know, see it. From that, Wire had gone. You know, see, just because the man decided to say, you know, in them political fighting no more. You know, see it. You know, see it. Yeah, man. So, Copper wasn't a common gunman. See? Yeah. Him do what the system would credit him with as criminality and things like that. And you know what I said? He would have a vendetta with law enforcement for a period. Because, like I said, law enforcement push him in that direction there. If you can study, like I mentioned, man like Joe Williams and them you there, them boy that you Just Master and them man that was a criminal slave master, bucky boy type of business them dealing with the youth them. Seeing? Yeah. So I'll leave it here for now. And we'll jump back on it next time now with and make you know how and why them plan to kill Copper. Seeing? Cause see, I guess the plan start when them realize say Copper have a certain effect on certain top man amongst them. Seeing? That's why them kill Wire. Seeing? So that's how the plot start now for kill Copper. Seeing? And mass up became a fatality too, because mass up see the effect and like him say, oh, what's so powerful Copper is you want a piece of the pie because it me originally come from too. So you want blinds. I want to be an MP. I want an MP to your Alpha Copper Minister of Defense. I want to be an MP and run my own thing. That's blind. I say, I want you chill. That's him I say, oh man, but chill. Chill what? Me control me speak for all labor right in Jamaica. See, I say, Alright. We continue from there. So yeah, share, like, and subscribe.